If we really get down to it, I think we all need to come to a realization that we have no idea what criteria is necessary to produce a haunting. From cemeteries to everyday private homes, strange paranormal happenings seem to pick and choose their places of operation at random. But be it random or not, there seems to be specific criteria that for whatever reason tickle ghosts' fancies. Murder, incarceration, torture, illness, and suicide are just a few examples of the uplifting laundry list of events that seem to encourage paranormal activity. Many haunted locations will have an association to one of these unsettling stories, but when a location's history is able to check a few of these off the list, does the chance of a paranormal encounter increase? In the case of Bobby Mackey's world, the experiences described and stories told may give that theory some credit. If we're gonna start from the beginning, the land located in Wilder, Kentucky, which houses Bobby Mackey's, is said to have originally supported a slaughterhouse in the early 19th century. After the demolition of the slaughterhouse, the land became home to a roadhouse that took on various names, such as the Brisbane, until the country music singer Bobby Mackey purchased the location in 1978, thus birthing Bobby Mackey's Music World. Bobby Mackey's has been a host for country music musicians and bands for decades, but it is not until recent that the popular music venue has joined the list of most haunted locations in the United States. Although stories of paranormal activity have always been associated with the music venue, it was a visit from everyone's favorite ghost hunter, Zach Bagans, and the Ghost Adventure crew that shed light on the location's many paranormal happenings and tragic history. One story associated with the location is the tragic murder of Pearl Bryan. Originally from Indiana, the pregnant Pearl Bryan traveled to Fort Thomas, Kentucky in 1896. While some believe Pearl was traveling to Kentucky to find and marry the father of her unborn child, most people say Pearl was meeting with her boyfriend, Scott Jackson, and his roommate, Alonzo Waller, to perform an abortion. As the story goes, Pearl's abortion, which included the use of dental tools and poisonous substances, was a botch. Seeing no way out of their situation, Jackson and Waller murdered Pearl by severing her head below the fifth vertebra. Bryan's headless body was found by a man named John Hewing, launching an investigation of her death. Being such a gruesome murder, the case became a bit of a sensation amongst the American people. Jackson and Waller were soon arrested and convicted of Pearl's murder. The two were hanged behind the Newport Campbell County Courthouse on York Street. Although Pearl's body was located in a field 4 miles from Bobby Mackey's, her ghost is said to be haunting the music venue. Paranormal experiences, such as hearing Pearl's voice to seeing her apparition, have been claimed by visiting paranormal investigators. Another, more intimate tragedy took place inside the actual building now called Bobby Mackey's Music World. In the 1950s, the building was reopened as a nightclub called the Latin Quarter. Being known for their dance shows, music, and illegal gambling, the Latin Quarter was a happening place to be in 1950s Kentucky. The tragic story of the Latin Quarter surrounds the nightclub owner's daughter, Johanna. As the story goes, Johanna fell in love with one of the singers performing at the club. Johanna became pregnant, which infuriated her father. Being allegedly connected to criminal activity, Johanna's father had the singer killed, leaving her devastated. Johanna's grief led her to taking her own life, being 5 months pregnant. Her body was found in the basement of the establishment. A poem, which is still preserved at Bobby Mackey's, is allegedly written by Johanna before her suicide. The poem reads, "My love is deep as the sea, that flows forever, you are me, where will it end? I tell you never. My love is as bright as the sun, that shines forever. You ask me when will it end? I tell you never. The world may disappear like a castle of sand, but I will be waiting here with my heart in my hand. My love, I love you so much, now and forever. You ask me when will it end? I tell you never." Similar to Pearl, tales of Johanna's ghost have intertwined themselves within the history of this infamous location. Although stories surrounding Bobby Mackey's world seem to keep stacking up, I cannot help but dig a little deeper into the folklore. There are many people who have disputed that the stories surrounding the honky-tonk are nothing but misconstrued stories of the past. Investigation has failed to find public records of any such events, and research into property records, newspapers, and court files have failed to substantiate some of the claims made regarding the history of the location. A science writer and speaker known for her research into interactions between science and the public, with a large majority of her research dealing with topics of the paranormal, pseudoscience, and anomalous natural phenomena, Sharon A. Hill is quoted as saying, "The current circulated legend has obviously enhanced and accrued additional details in the retelling over 30 plus years." I gotta say, it seems the more I dig, the more doubt surrounds even the most popular of haunted locations. I guess the only way to know the truth behind these paranormal happenings is to experience them for yourselves. If you happen to be traveling through Kentucky and are looking to substantiate these stories, you should stop by and spend some time at the infamous nightclub. As always, thank you guys for listening, and until next time.